We have Tania and Vandana here who will be sharing deep, detailed insights on the real estate market, some questions that you may have and they have the answers for. So let's welcome them. Welcome Tania, welcome Vandana.
Hi.
There are a few questions that the real estate investors would like to know about. We'll be jumping right to the questions now.
Yes.
So there are a lot of global tensions going on. What is actually on the ground of the Dubai real estate?
As far as I can understand the market right now, there is a slight pause and the buyers are inquiring about good deals, but there is no panic selling in the market. And the sellers are holding on because they want to see where the market is and understand that, the investors of Dubai, they're not just regional, they are global. It's not that they are not able to fulfill their installments or make their payments. There's no panic selling as we had seen in 2008. Right now, it's very early to say how the market will react. But as far as I have seen till now, there is no panic selling. The buyers are trying to get good deals.
Are we seeing any panic selling from the investors?
See, just like Vandana said, this is not like a 2008 panic selling situation. But of course, because of what's been going on, I think the hyper growth of Dubai has been reduced to a little bit at the moment. People are taking a bit of a pause. And I think there are a few more like a cooling stage going on right now with a few price drops. Mostly speculations going around the market affecting people's decisions. There are a few people who want to buy and they are either waiting for the distressed deal to come. You've got people who want to go ahead and sell, and what I would advise is if it's not that urgent, you don't need the money, keep it, don't sell right now. And then they've got people, which is majority of the market, who are just holding on to their property just to go ahead and see what goes ahead and happens.
Are any buyers still inquiring or has everything stopped?
I won't say everything has stopped, but yes, initially in the first 10 days, we felt that everything had stopped. But slowly, once people are getting more clarity on what's going on, they have started inquiring again, more about not that they want to buy, but what is exactly going on with the property market, and people who have already invested, what will happen to the properties that they have already put down their money for. I think we have seen a small drop in speculative buying. People are making a more calculative and a more strategic investment if they have to, taking their time for everything. And I think we're seeing more negotiation-driven conversations at the moment.
Have you seen any shift in the real estate market?
What I've seen is that the buyers have paused. They are still waiting to see what's happening in the market. The supply is still strong. So temporarily, you might see some imbalance in the market. However, I don't see a crash coming with this situation. There could be some good deals by the developers, but at the moment, even the developers are not putting out anything. They are going strong and they believe that the real estate market in Dubai is not crashing or going down. This is the time when avid investors are waiting that they can get good deals which they couldn't get post-COVID or previous crises that were there in UAE. But I would like to add that this is not the market. This is not an ideal situation for anyone who's looking for a short-term trading. It is not an ideal market for anyone who's already leveraged a lot in real estate. It is only for stable investors who are looking for some good offers and deals who can put in money at this time.
Will the real estate investors be able to exit if required?
Very, very good question. And most of the investors calling us at this point is just to know about the same thing. Will they be able to liquidify if they have to? I think that it is possible, but it will just take a little longer depending on what your property type is and where it's located. Many areas which are still liquid would be your prime areas like downtown, Marina, a lot of villa communities and townhouses.
What happens to the rental income and ROI if fewer people come?
I think what happens is, in a situation like this, ROI and rentals is definitely affected to some extent. A lot of people who have already left, we will see in short-term rents that there might be a slight drop. in that market, in that segment. With long-term rents, I think it will stabilize once we start seeing the tourists and people who have been working here come back again. ROI, I think, we'll see a little bit of a drop, but not massively. Dubai still goes ahead and provides a good 7 to 10% ROI, and we're hoping that within a month or two of all this finishing, it should be bouncing back.
Also, I would like to add, in this situation, a lot of our tenants, we connected with all of them to check how they are doing and how they are feeling in this situation. None of them have come up to us and said that we are leaving. So they are here for the long term. If we talk about short-term rentals, tourism, it might be affected for a while. But those who are here on long-term rentals and long-term residency, I don't see much shift in that. And when you talk about the ROI, globally, if you see, no real estate market would give you a ROI of more than 2 to 4%. But in Dubai, it is around 7 to 8%, going up to 10% in some projects. Even if there is a slowdown in the market, I don't see it going below 5 or 6% worst case scenario, which is still better than all the other global cities.
Definitely.
How is this different from the 2008 and the COVID crisis?
In 2008, if you'll see that the market was over leveraged, the Dubai real estate, it was in a bubble, which means that the prices were so high and global money was parked here, but there was no price for the properties and it didn't make much sense. And due to the over leverage from the banks, a lot of people who couldn't complete their transactions or pay those installments just left overnight, right? This is very different from that. Another thing that was seen in 2008 was that RERA was not that strong and there were no real estate regulations. So a lot of developers defaulted at that time. When you see COVID times, it was just a temporary shift in the market. People held on to the money because of the uncertainty. And as soon as everything opened up, you saw how the market grew, right? And this is similar situation. It is just an uncertain time, and in uncertain times, people just hold on to their money. I believe that with stronger RERA, better
Escrow
regulations,
accounts as well, yeah.
escrow accounts, and stronger developer portfolios in Dubai right now, I don't compare it to a crash of 2008. But definitely with what happened after COVID, that there was a slow period, and after that there were good deals that were available in the market. I do see those coming in with this crisis.
And I think with every crisis, what happens is once it's over, just the nation as a whole comes up with so many different ways to avoid it going forward and to make it more stronger and give people more faith in that market, how to bounce back. I think we will see that once this finishes as well.
Will global investors still come to Dubai?
Definitely. Why should they not? I think global investors will still come to Dubai. Also, it's very dependent on how long this conflict lasts. I think that is a very big deciding factor. But at the same time, I feel that Dubai has shown its resilience in many, many occasions, exactly like she was saying, 2008 crisis, when the storms happened. There's been so many different periods where they have proven themselves in front of everyone. And apart from that, I think global investors, they already love Dubai's tax system. They already love the infrastructure and the lifestyle and the business opportunities that Dubai offers. And I don't think a lot of people can stay away from Dubai for too long, keeping all that in mind. Definitely, they will all be back.
And to add to it, you would have heard that Dubai is rich people's playground. And no one gets rich without taking risks. And it's been rightly said that Dubai is the land for risk takers. And now everyone has an appetite for taking risks. Some would have a low appetite. Maybe you'll see them move out. But then there are those investors who are here for the long haul. And they are ready to take that risk and stay. And those are the ones who will create opportunities. I think that's it.
Will people leave Dubai, or the resident base will become more stronger?
See, I feel people who are here for short term, maybe on smaller job scale, they might want to go back to their country where they feel safer probably. However, Dubai is very business driven. A lot of businesses have opened here. There is a lot of trading that happens through here. The oil market is very strong. So I don't see those people leaving. So this is home for them. There are people who are living here for more than 20, 30 years and they haven't gone even for few days during these crises saying that this is home for them. So I don't see that shift. There'll be some people who will temporarily go, wait for the situation to get better. However, they have to understand the taxes in their country. So if they are spending 180 days in their country, they will be applicable to pay taxes. So I don't see them living in their country and then eventually coming to Dubai. Could be some changes will be there, but I don't see long term. You'll see a lot of people moving from here and not coming back.
What makes you confident about Dubai's next 10 years?
I think Dubai is not a very reactive market. It's a very planned market. And if we see the way Dubai has grown over over the last decade, it's been all strategically planning from area to area. And I feel that with the urban plan that they have, the D2040 that they have in plan, what's going to be happening soon, with that they want to go ahead and increase the population all the way from 4 million to 8 million. And that involves a lot of strategical thinking, new changes in policies with regards to the golden visas, investor visas, infrastructure planning. I think there is lots to come in the next 10 years, which nobody has anticipated.
And I also think that, since dirham is pegged with USD and dollar is becoming stronger day by day, so that's another thing that UAE survives on. And tourism, if you look at it, no other country has so many things for tourists, and they just don't give up. They're now coming up with Disney. Eventually they have plans for casino. So they know how to bring the tourist back. Even after this uncertainty, I see within a few months, it'll bounce back. And Dubai tourism will do even better than before.
And I feel also what ends up happening is people come as tourists for a holiday, and then they decide to stay. They go back, they either think of investing or actually come back 4 months later with their bags packed to try and start a new life in Dubai. So big plans.
Another thing that you will see in Dubai real estate is that it is so easy to set up your business here. And after COVID, they made it even easier with no local that will be involved in your business, and you can be 100% owner. Everything is very transparent here, and anything, it has rights for the tenants, for the landlords. Everything is on Dubai REST application. DLD is very transparent, and that's why it makes it easier for people to do business here, and it will only get better in the next 10 years.
And Dubai generally, after every calamity, every sort of crisis that happens, just bounces back better and more stronger. And more resilient. So, yeah.
Thank you, Tania. Thank you, Vandana, for being here. You've shared a lot of detailed insights and the detailed information which was required for the listeners to know about.
Thank you, Ila, for having us here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure speaking to you today.